The history of New Zealand begins long before European exploration. Aotearoa, isolated in the Pacific Ocean, was settled by Maori navigators who crossed vast distances using stars, winds, and ocean currents. This early chapter of New Zealand history is deeply connected to geography, ancestry, and oral tradition. Maori communities developed complex societies shaped by land, sea, and whakapapa. This was not an empty land. It was a living world. In October 1769, the history of New Zealand entered a global stage. The British explorer James Cook sailed into Turanganui-a-Kiwa during his Pacific exploration voyage aboard the HMS Endeavour. From the shore, Maori watched a European ship approach, something never seen before. This moment marks the first recorded European arrival in New Zealand history. The first meeting between Maori and Europeans was tense. Different languages, customs, and expectations led to confusion. At Poverty Bay, violence broke out, resulting in the deaths of Maori men, an event Cook later documented with regret. This encounter remains one of the most discussed events in the history documentary record of New Zealand. Over the next 6 months, James Cook mapped the entire coastline of New Zealand. These charts were among the most accurate of the 18th century and shaped future travel, trade, and colonization. Cook's work connected New Zealand's geography to global navigation routes across the Pacific Ocean. Mapping did not just record land, it opened it to the world. By the early 1800s, Europeans were no longer temporary visitors. Missionaries established New Zealand's first permanent European settlement at Kororareka, now Russell. Trade between Maori and Europeans increased, transforming daily life. This period marks a major shift in the history of New Zealand, where cultures began living side by side. On the 6th of February 1840, one of the most important events in New Zealand history took place. The Treaty of Waitangi was signed between Maori Rangatira and representatives of the British Crown. Different translations led to different understandings of sovereignty and land ownership. To this day, the treaty remains central to New Zealand's legal and cultural identity.
In the Maori language, the word Maori means normal, natural, or ordinary. In legends and oral traditions, the word distinguished ordinary mortal human beings, tangata Maori, from deities and spirits, wairua. Likewise, wai Maori denotes fresh water as opposed to salt water. There are cognate words in most Polynesian languages, all deriving from Proto-Polynesian ma'akoli, which has the reconstructed meaning true, real, genuine. Early visitors from Europe to New Zealand generally referred to the indigenous inhabitants as New Zealanders or as natives. The Maori used the term Maori to describe themselves in a pan-tribal sense. Maori people often use the term tangata whenua, literal meaning people of the land, to identify in a way that expresses their relationship with a particular area of land. A tribe may be the tangata whenua in one area, but not in another. The term can also refer to the Maori people as a whole in relation to New Zealand, Aotearoa, as a whole. The official definition of Maori for electoral purposes has changed over time. Before 1974, the government required documented ancestry to determine the status of a Maori person, and only those with at least 50% Maori ancestry were allowed to choose which seats they wished to vote in. The Maori Affairs Amendment Act, 1974, changed this, allowing individuals to self-identify as to their cultural identity. Until 1986, the census required at least 50% Maori ancestry to claim Maori affiliation. Currently, in most contexts, authorities require some documentation of ancestry or continuing cultural connection, such as acceptance by others as being of the people. However, there is no minimum ancestry requirement.
Kamate, kamate, kaora, kaora. Tenei te tangata puhuru